Welcome back to the channel. I'm excited to be here, a new year, some more tutorials helping you make better videos. And today we're going to be working on sound design, using sound effects and music to help you make better videos. I love it when I get to the point where I can take all the footage that I shot and just really start finding the right song and the sound effects to help people feel what I want them to feel in the video. So we're going to jump right into LumaFusion. I have a wedding video here. I shot a couple last fall and I figured this would be the perfect video to be able to show you how you can create a sense of emotion, especially for those that are watching it, for the couple, that they can go back and watch and feel what it was like to be there. I'm going to play a small section of it with the music and the sound effects. While you're watching this, try to pick out some of the sounds that I used. Grab you a pair of headphones because once we get done with this small section, we're going to dive right into those sound effects, and it will be a lot better if you have those headphones. So go ahead and take a listen. You hear the wind, the birds. You can tell it's early morning. Everybody's still sleeping. I really like that part right there. One of the things that you can do with sound effects is you can add your sound effects a little bit early, kind of start to show what people are going to see just a few seconds before they actually see it. It really engages the brain. It will help them pay more attention to the video and become less bored. And so let me show you that again. And see, then you have the campfire. Okay, perfect. Now let's listen to it without the music. The music kind of sets the tone, but the sound effects makes you feel like you're there. So we're going to listen to that one more time. I'm going to turn the music off. There's that fire. And then we move on to the next part of the video. So one thing that I did here is you have two different songs, and this doesn't work for all songs, but let me show you how to do it here in LumaFusion, and that's adding a crossfade between two songs. So sometimes you have two different songs, you want to blend them together. One of the things that you can do is find a spot that's fairly similar in both songs, or maybe it's the end of the song that you're transitioning to. You can add a crossfade in there. So if we zoom in right here, you can see I have a crossfade, but this is actually the same song. So I wanted to go to another part that matched the next song that I was going to use that would better fade and transition into that. So to do that, you just select whatever song that you're working on. You just make sure your cursor, your track line is right at the end of that video. And then you hit the plus sign and you hit transition. If it's grayed out, click onto another clip and go back and make sure that track line is right on the edge. And so when you hit transition, it throws in a cross dissolve. If you're working with videos, here's how you can change which transition you're doing. But for audio, you'll probably just be using those cross dissolves because these are all mainly for graphics. Okay, so it then kind of fades off, the new song comes in, and we continue through the video. And I'm going to skip ahead a little bit as she's getting ready for the day, and then where we transition into a new part of the video. So you can see here I started the thunder just a little bit early. Okay, that transition worked so well because I found the guitar notes in the song as the guitar was playing, those repeating patterns. And then in the end, I found the same note in that same section of the ending so that we could kind of fade this song off and move into the next section of the video. So adding a cross dissolve there just helped blend in a few extra notes. And then as that song fades in, I'm using sound effects and I'm going to move into the next song. Now for this song, what I wanted to do is have the volume start really low and then come in over a period of time. And we do that by keyframing. So when you click on an audio clip, if you click the pencil icon down here at the bottom, it's going to bring up your audio controls where you can control the volume, you can add an equalizer, you can set this track up however you want. But down here at the bottom, you can come over here to this bottom section here and you see two blue dots. These are keyframes that I've added. So in a clip, so we'll just delete this keyframe out so you can see that we need to add one right here. And then we will delete this one. We can just skip to the end, delete that. So if you want your volume, right now my volume is starting at -40. You can see that. When you drag in a new audio clip, it's going to be at 0. But see, I wanted this clip to start out to where you couldn't hear it and slowly get louder. So what I want to do is I want to turn on keyframes. I want to go to the very beginning of the clip. And then I'm going to hit this keyframe button down in the bottom left-hand corner. That adds a keyframe at -40 decibels. So you're hardly going to be able to hear that. Okay, I'm going to go a little ways in where we were, about to where we were, where we're transitioning to this song. And because I put a keyframe already, all I have to do is change the volume. So bring that back up to where it was. And it's automatically, because I changed the volume again, it's going to add a keyframe at that volume. So now if we go back to our footage, you're going to see this kind of ramp up. And so when you listen to it, you can hear the sound get louder. You notice as I'm showing this B-roll, I'm showing some of these clips to help establish the scene. You need to use sound effects. We got the insects, we got the wind, especially when the drone's flying through, you got the wind blowing through the trees. It really just helps you feel where you're at in this story. You can see I did the same thing with this rain and thunder clip. If we go into it, you can see the keyframes that I've added. I added 3 keyframes. So it starts off quiet, goes louder, and then fades back out. And that's just to make it not so abrupt when it transitions to the new sound, which is the drone and the wind blowing through the trees. And that leads us to the sponsor of today's video, and that's Audiio. I have been using Audiio for over a year and it has become my favorite place to go and find music and sound effects to use in my videos. Their music really is the best quality. They have a lot of different variety to be able to choose from, and it just works. One of the hardest things about adding music and sound effects to your video is finding the right ones that fit the mood, and Audiio makes it really easy. Let me show you how easy it is to find the songs that you want to use for your videos. So when you get to audio.com, you can just go to Browse, and you can start playing with the moods, the genres, the instruments, the speed, if the song has vocals or not. They have a lot of good ones just right up front, but my favorite thing is the smart search. So let's say I'm working on a wedding video. So I'll just start typing weddings, and there's a wedding theme. So once I click that, all of these songs will be good to use in a wedding. And you can see they just have tons and tons of music that you can use. So let's say you're interested in making travel videos. We can just start by typing travel. Type that in. We can scroll down, find something that we think we'll like. Yeah, I mean, it really is this easy. They have lots of sound effects in their Pro plan, and they're doubling their collection this year. I'm really excited for that. So you can just start out. They have different themes. So yeah, if we want to find rain, we just go to weather. And there you go. We need some lightning, thunder. They really make it easy to find the songs that you're looking for, and they always have something that I love, and they make it affordable. Over here in pricing, they have their Audiio Pro plan. If you use the code PRO70, you'll get 70% off your first year, which is $59. And my favorite thing, because I don't like subscriptions, they have a lifetime music plan, which they're doing a sell on right now. So you can just buy their lifetime plan and have access to all of their music. We'll skip ahead to one of these last sections where I worked and put quite a bit of sound design in. And this is the part where they were out just taking photos. We got some cool video, B-roll shots. These are the shots that they, really look forward to. So let me show you what I do here. We'll just listen to it and I'll talk you through it. I faded to the ending of the song, so it kind of matched perfectly and just worked really well. You notice that one I didn't use a cross dissolve. I just found a song that matched and just kind of had it come right in. It was pouring rain in this part. And I really wanted to emphasize that. And so you can just hear the rain hitting that umbrella. I'll show you what I did here. So this clip right here is, I didn't have any sound of the rain actually hitting the umbrella, but I got this clip of rain on a tent and it sounded just like it did on the umbrella. So just listen to that again. I hope these tips helped you see how you can use sound effects and music in your videos in a different way to enhance and bring emotion and help people feel those things that you want them to feel. Go ahead and watch the rest of this wedding video on my channel or check out a playlist and do some more tutorials to help you get better at using LumaFusion, editing videos on your iPad, and we'll see you soon with another video.
I ran away from the Queen of LA. I wrote a song when I had nothing to say, like this one. Follow the river to the edge of the sea.